Hey everyone, welcome back. Today, we're exploring something often left unspoken: male loneliness. It's not just about being alone. It's about feeling unseen, unheard, and disconnected in a world that rarely gives men permission to open up. While loneliness affects everyone, it can look very different for men. And that difference is rooted in psychology, social norms, and how we raise boys to become men. So let's go deeper. Let's unpack why male loneliness is rising, how it shows up, and what we can do to shift the narrative. 1. The silent epidemic. More and more men report feeling lonely even when surrounded by people. Studies show that men tend to have fewer close friendships than women, especially as they age. But what makes it worse is this: many men don't feel safe or comfortable talking about it. They suffer quietly, because somewhere along the way, they were taught that needing connection was a weakness. 2. Where it starts: social conditioning. From a young age, boys are often told to man up, be tough, or don't cry. Vulnerability is punished. Emotional expression is shamed. And slowly, they learn to bottle things up. So when men grow older, many don't have the emotional tools or language to build deep, connected relationships even if they crave them. 3. Masculinity and isolation. Traditional masculinity idealizes independence, stoicism, and control. But here's the paradox. Those traits, while sometimes helpful, can also disconnect men from themselves and others. Because when you're always performing strength, it becomes hard to admit when you're struggling. And connection, real connection, requires emotional honesty. 4. Friendship decline and life transitions. In their 20s and 30s, many men lose touch with close friends. Why? Life happens: work, relationships, parenting. But unlike women, who often maintain strong emotional support networks, men are less likely to prioritize friendship or initiate meaningful connection. So over time, the circle shrinks. And by midlife, many men find themselves without anyone to confide in. 5. Romantic relationships as the only outlet. For many men, their partner becomes their only emotional support system. But that's a heavy load for any one person to carry. And if the relationship ends through separation, divorce, or death, it can feel like emotional freefall. Because there may be no one else left to turn to. 6. Emotional suppression leads to emotional starvation. Loneliness isn't just about missing people. It's about emotional starvation, going days, months, or even years without genuine connection. And when those emotions get locked away, they often come out sideways through anger, numbness, addiction, or depression. Because pain has to go somewhere. 7. The cost of disconnection. Male loneliness isn't just a personal issue, it's a public health concern. Research links loneliness to increased risks of heart disease, stroke, anxiety, substance abuse, and suicide. In fact, men account for the majority of suicide deaths in many countries, and emotional isolation is a major factor. This isn't just sad. It's urgent. 8. Healing begins with reconnect ion. So what's the way forward? It starts with breaking the silence. Creating safe spaces for men to be vulnerable without judgment. Redefining masculinity to include emotional strength, the kind that allows you to cry, to ask for help, to say I'm not okay. Encouraging male friendships that go beyond surface-level banter and into real emotional depth. Healing male loneliness isn't just about more social events. It's about giving men permission to be fully human. Closing thoughts. If you're a man listening to this and you've felt lonely, you're not broken. You're not weak. You're not alone. And if you know a man in your life who seems distant or shut down, check in. Ask how he's really doing. And just listen. Because we don't need more toughness. We need more tenderness. We need a world where men are allowed and encouraged to feel, to connect, and to heal. Thanks for being here today. Let's keep the conversation going. Take care of yourself and take care of each other.